Hello everyone, my name is Kine and welcome in today's video. We're going to be looking at how to climb out of silver. So I basically did this challenge where I went into silver games and climbed out of it to give you guys the best tips possible so that you guys can also climb out of it. Now, you might think, wait Kian, aren't you like a coach and like a high elo player? Yes indeed, I was Grandmaster, 800 OP, but there's a difference between high elo and low elo, and there's too much content on the internet where high elo players talk about climbing out of low elo. And while many of those tips are decent or maybe even good, the problem is that as a high elo player, it's very easy to have a different view of low elo than it actually is because we have not spent a lot of time in the low elo anymore. It's been a very long time. So in order to give you guys the best tips possible, what I basically did here is I just went into the lower elo and I played games. I played in silver and I climbed out of silver. Played like 7, 8, 9, 10 games, something around that. I think around like 8 games or something in silver, and that was enough to climb out of it. And now I can give you guys some good tips on what I think I did differently than those silver players. Now, there's obviously a lot that I did better than those silver players, but it's like, what are the main things that I did differently? What are the things that made the difference in this game? So we're going to talk about that. Now, before we start, I'm going to get the theoretical on you guys. I'm going to give you guys some theory here because this game was very good to talk about and to record. The only difference is the laning phase was a little bit atypical. Typically in lane phase, I can easily go 4-0 or something, and this lane was a little bit. We went 2-0, but we only killed Irelia once, and typically I can kill my lane opponent like 3-4 times, and that's because of like I know how to dominate my lane with lane fundamentals. So to make sure that this video is complete, let me quickly talk about, like, I'm going to give you guys some theory, 3 points, 3 bullet points on how I typically dominate my game or my laning phase in silver. Even though I'm not really focused, I just focus on fundamentals. So before we start lane, that's what we're going to do. So the 3 things that typically allow me to win my games or to win the laning phases in my games in silver elo here on this climb were 3 things. Number 1, play around level power spikes. Try to get level 2 before your opponent. Try to get level 3 before your opponent. Try to get level 6 before your opponent. If you level up, not only will you get a new ability at level 2, and your opponent, if he's level 1, he will only have 1 ability against your 2 abilities, but also your base stats will increase. So your base AP, your base AD, your armor, magic resist, your HP, all of that will also increase, so you will literally just be stronger than your opponent. Now, why do I say level 2 and 3 and 6? Well, every level up that you do will make you stronger than your opponent if they're still a level behind, but the most obvious and clear power spikes are level 2, 3, and 6, because at those levels you will get a new ability. Your second ability, third ability, and your ultimate. So that's the first concept here. Try to get those level power spikes quicker than your opponent. Then you can abuse them. Now, the second trading pattern that I want to talk about, how I dominate my lane phases, is cooldowns. You're going to see this lane. If Irelia at some point randomly wastes her E on a minion, or she misses it on me, she wants to hit me but she misses it, then if I fight her at that point, she cannot fight me back because she wouldn't have any abilities to do so because she just used them on the wave or she missed them. So playing around your ability cooldowns on the enemy ability cooldowns is very, very important. That's number 2. Number 3, last but not least, is playing around minions. Everybody knows that whether you're top laner, mid laner, bot laner, you need to last hit minions in order to get gold. So if we know that we need to last hit minions to get gold, we know that our opponent, Irelia this game, will also have to last hit minions. So that means whenever our minions is low, we can expect Irelia to walk up, and then we can look to just trade onto her and maybe hit like a free Q, because we can predict she's going to walk up to low HP minions. So that gives you free trading windows as well. So those are the 3 basic fundamentals of trading. So number 1, playing around level power spikes. Number 2, playing around enemy ability cooldowns. And number 3, playing around the HP of your minions. If you constantly focus on those things in your lane, you will literally just outtrade your opponent from time to time, like every single game. With that being said, let's take a look at this laning phase because it was a little bit atypical. We didn't stomp super hard because this Irelia was playing, she was respecting us a lot. She was playing very, very safe. So, okay, we're just fast forwarding this a little bit. Okay, so right now I took the first wave, right? I killed the first wave. So in order to get level 2 first than your opponent, you need to hit 7 minions. So, or like you need to get the XP of 7 minions. We already killed 6, or like we already soaked the XP of 6 minions. So now the second wave, the first minion that we kill of this wave will get us to level 2. So right now I know on my next minion here, I'm going to hit level 2. So that's the level power spike advantage. So look how I instantly walk aggressive, but she instantly walks back as well. So she knows it. I'm still trying to fish for something, but she knows it. So here we take a very little Q trade the moment she hits 2 and we back off. But she's playing very, very safe. You can see it here. She's not really doing a lot. So yeah, here, yeah, I just ward to spot the enemy jungle, but I'm not going to talk about too much about warding because in silver, I was autopiloting a lot and I didn't really ward that much, and yet I never really struggled with the enemy jungler. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about too much about warding because I believe it's not really necessary to have like insane warding to climb out of silver. But yeah, here we're looking for trades with this Irelia. She dashes in, we look to just trade, whatever. It's like an even trade, it's whatever. And now, so what's happening? I push in the wave and Irelia's third, and now I just let it push back. If I constantly push the wave, I'm always here in this overextended position, and I can easily get ganked or easily run down by Irelia. I don't want that. So after shoving in the wave, I just let it bounce back. I just last hit minions rather than constantly queuing them, so that I can be here on my side of the lane where I'm safe from ganks and safe from all-inning. So that's what I want right now. So we just let her push towards us. And here we look for a quick trade. We almost kill her. Unfortunately, we don't kill her, but that's fine. And now, obviously, I need to make sure I don't die. If I die, I don't have teleport and I would lose all these minions, so I just have to survive. So my main goal here is to survive. I am going to look for Irelia to kill her if she makes a mistake. Again, think of the basic trading fundamentals. If Irelia uses her E, I can look like if she doesn't hit it on me, now she doesn't have her E and maybe I can win the trade then. So if she makes a mistake, I would go for her, but my main goal here is to live. So let's see. So Irelia here goes for an E. So now, look, she has no E. She also has very little mana. So this is a trading opportunity for me, perhaps. So I wanted to E forward here and then Q onto her. But the exact moment that we did that, she dashed in. So it was a bit of a weird trade. So I just W, like use my Shroud to make sure she can't kill me. And that I can get this entire wave. So nothing really has happened this lane yet. So it's fine. So she's backing. We try to shove, but she has teleport, so we don't. So we just recall here. That's fine. We come back to lane. Okay, we have a clean slate here. We come back to lane. So here again, we will just look for those mistakes. If Irelia makes, like, if I get level 6 before her, I can maybe all in. If she uses her E and she misses it on us, maybe we can go in. If my minions are low and she wants to walk up, maybe I can Q. That's how we look for trades and that's how we dominate the lane phase. But she's playing extremely safe. Look here, this minion is low. I think she wants to walk up, so I Q, but she backed off. Again, she gave up the minions. She's playing very, very safe. Against those people, you just win automatically, because ultimately, you're going to out-CS them. If they give up all the minions, you're going to out-farm them. Okay. So here we go for a trade. Again, same thing. Like, how are we winning versus this Irelia? How do we win that trade? Very simple. One of the three main concepts. Look, Irelia is going to miss her E. She misses her E. So, ability cooldowns. 16 seconds. I still have everything. So I can go in onto Irelia and I should win right now. So we go in and she needs to back off because she knows she can't trade and we just heavily win the trade. It's as simple as that. Now, what is in the back of my mind? I am pushing towards the Irelia right now. So I might get ganked, but I saw, like, it's a Nidalee. Nidalee is very, very squishy. If she just ignores me, like in silver, typically junglers, they just walk to you and they don't really think about you. If she just walks into me, I can probably just one-tap her if I hit level 6. So right now I'm thinking, if I get ganked by Nidalee, if I can get level 6, I can probably just one-tap her if she comes. So I'm not really scared of her. And how do you know that? That's just champion mastery. That's just taking initiative in your games, playing your champion a lot, and then just trying to win. Like trying to do a lot of plays with your champion, and the more plays you make, the more you learn. Whether they go bad or good, you just learn a lot from playing your champion. So here, yeah, Irelia, you can see she's playing extremely safe. And the Nidalee here, I think, is about to come. Maybe it's a little bit later. But again, look, Irelia misses her E, but I can't really punish because she's under her third. I get like one Q off, but that's it. Nidalee comes, and indeed, like I thought, she is behind. She's level 4. So if she walks into me, I have everything. I can probably just one-tap her because it's a squishy champion. So she hits 5 during the gank, but look, we hit E, Q, we ult, and then we're gonna auto-attack Q ult. And she's dead. She's not respecting our damage, that's it. And now we just shove out this wave, and maybe we can go for like a dive here on Irelia, or we can go for a recall. If she recalls, we just like we just push right now, and if she recalls, we just recall after. If she stays, we can maybe dive her. Yeah, there I flash to try and cancel her recall. It worked. I didn't hit my E, but at least we cancelled her recall. And now we push, and I'm going to look to dive her. Why? I can recall here, but she is low, and I think I can kill her because I have Ignite. And this is a very big wave. If she misses this wave, her game might be done. Because she doesn't have teleport right now to come back to lane, so she would miss all these minions if she's dead right now. So yeah, she just, look, she's not respecting me. She dashes in on the minion, so I can just Q her. She's not really respecting me. So there as well, she just Qs in. She's not really respecting me, so I just Q and Ignite, and she's dead. So that's just a mistake by her. She goes for the minions. This is again one of those 3 concepts that we talked about. It's not the one with level power spikes. It's not the one with ability cooldowns. It's the third one, minions. I know she wants to farm, so whenever a minion is low and she wants to Q on it, I am also going to Q on that position of the minion, because I know she will dash onto it. And then we just hit her for free. So those 3 fundamentals are typically how you win lane. That explains how you can win the trades. Now that is the first concept, how to win lane, and so far I would say we're winning lane, we are 2-0. But now, the second concept, the new problem arises. We have a lead, but how do we turn those 2 kills into 10 kills? How do we turn this into more kills? And how do we turn those kills into the nexus? How do we do that? That concept is called snowballing. How do we put a minor lead or like a small lead into a big lead? How do we do that? Very, very simple. Snowballing is an advanced concept, I'm not gonna lie. And there's a lot to it for you to fully understand it. But in Silver, you don't need to know everything about it. All you need to know, all I focused on in these games was, if I am strong, if I have a lead, I will impact the map rather than my lane. That's the concept here. If you're strong, look to show the enemy Vayne that you're strong. Look to show the enemy Olaf that you're strong. Look to impact the map. You want to be present at every dragon fight, at every herald fight, at every grub fight. You want to do roams. If the enemy bot lane decides to fight your bot lane, just move here and look to kill them. Because right now we're strong. We are not stuck in lane anymore. We have our lead. Now we snowball it. So here, yeah, we just shove. Irelia is playing super passive, so we can't really do anything in lane. So if we can't do anything in lane, we look to do things outside of the lane. It's as simple as that. She's very, very passive. Look, I'm just chilling here, playing passive. I hit a Q, but I can't walk up. And now you might think, well, but Kain, isn't there something else you can do? Well, yes. In theory, I don't have to push all these waves. In theory, I could time the push under her turret, so that her next mini wave gets held up by my minions, and then the wave would push back towards me. And then I could freeze. And you could say, okay, but if you freeze, is that like not super, super good? Because if you freeze, you're farming minions, and she can obviously not walk up because I'm a lot stronger. So if she walks up, she's dead, and if she doesn't walk up, she's not farming. So you don't have to perma push. You can just freeze. Yes and no. Yes, I could do that, but freezing is very bad if you already have a lead. Because just in essence, what are you truly doing when you are freezing? You're farming. That's basically it. You're stopping the enemy from farming, but you are also just farming. But the enemy bot lane is also farming. But maybe they can kill my bot lane. Maybe they can farm the wave and double kill my bot lane. If I'm farming and they are also farming, but also killing my my bot lane, they will have a lot more gold than I will have. So my goal, when I'm already strong, when I want to snowball, is to not become stronger compared to my lane opponent. It's to become stronger compared to everyone else on the map. So farming and zoning Irelia from farming is making me stronger compared to her, but it might make me weaker compared to Olaf or the bot lane. So if I want to become stronger, I need to do something else on top of farming. I need to maybe push, so farm, and take a plate. But that's not possible in this lane, because Irelia wouldn't let me take the plate, but she's playing too passive as well. But she wouldn't let me take the plate. If I go here, she's just going to attack me. So what else can I do? Well, if I can't push and take a plate, maybe I can push and take a roam. Maybe I can get fed through roaming then. So that's what we're going to do now. It's as simple as that. We push out the wave, we can't take plates, so we're forced to do something and snowball our lead. So we go bot lane here, and this is what we do. We just do a simple gank here. There we go. We hit everything. And boom. And now you can't say, okay, but Kian or Kain, whatever you want to call me, now you lost the wave in the mid lane and you're about to lose a plate. Yeah, very true, but I got 3 kills. Right? I got 2 kills myself and I gave a kill to one of my teammates, took a 6. And we killed 3 people in the enemy team. So now we gained a lot more gold than that we lost. And additionally, I don't think the enemy bot lane is too happy right now. I think they're kind of tilted. Especially in lower elos, people tend to be very tilted when they die. And if they die by a mid laner, that's really gonna mess with their mentality. So there's a lot of benefits to this. And this is basically the concept of just snowballing. Again, we're gonna do the same. We go mid lane, and now I don't have ultimate. So now while I don't have ultimate, I am just gonna chill. I'm gonna sit back, I'm gonna farm, wait until I have my ultimate, and once I have my ultimate again, I can force something on the map, I can start snowballing again, and that's what we want to do. So we just sit mid, look, I'm not hard pushing, I'm just chilling. Now I can push maybe, but we're just chilling, it's fine. I'm waiting for my ultimate, looking to do something. We got Irelia TP, but we can't take the plate. I can't walk here, right? She's just gonna all in me, so I can't take the plate. So I'm looking to be aggressive, but look, this is as aggressive as it gets. I can't take the plate. But my ultimate is up in 20 seconds, and the bot lane is overextended. So right now, I can shift this wave, and while I won't be able to take plates, or while I won't be able to kill Irelia because she's playing way too safe, I can just go bot. And see, we're not getting anything here, but at least we're pressuring the bot lane, and they can't do whatever they want. Right? So now we go back mid lane because we don't want to miss this entire wave, and there was nothing to do in the bot lane. So we go back here, we clear the wave, we're going to clear the next one. And look, while we're doing this, enemy bot lane is pushed up. So I'm thinking right now to shove this. Again, I can't do anything in lane, so I don't just want to dance here. I want to go here, because they're low. So what do? You can already guess it. We're snowballing our lead. We're looking to impact the map rather than the lane. So this is what we're going to do. Look, we tried to roam. Okay, didn't work, but I'm going to go deeper. Because again, I want to stop them from recalling. I want to see what I can do here. I'm very strong. I have my ultimate. I have my flash. I'm very strong. I can do whatever I want. So if they're still here, I can just kill them. So then here I ult over the Rel and I flash Q auto attack to kill the Vayne with Ignite. So now Vayne is dead once again. And now she's very tilted. We recall, we spend our gold, and guess what? We're gonna do the same. We're gonna push these waves and wait for our ultimate. And whenever we have our ultimate, we can look to roam top or bot or invade, whatever. Same thing again and again and again. The main thing that you should understand here is snowballing means looking outside of your lane and looking elsewhere on the map and see what you can do there. Now, we talked about the concept of how to dominate lane phase with the 3 trading fundamentals. We talked about learning how to snowball right now, but there's something else I want to show you guys. Right now, we've been talking about what I've done, but we haven't been talking about what Irelia has done. So if I go all the way here, we go a little bit back and we look at what Irelia does, this entire lane phase even, we can maybe go back all the way here. If we look at what Irelia does, it will lead us to a new concept that I feel like many lower elo players, especially in silver, do. Look what Irelia is doing. Nothing. She's chilling, she's sitting in lane, look, she's emoting, she's not doing anything. Right? And now she goes for the plates, okay, that's fine, but we're getting triple kills at the bot lane. So it's not really worth for her to do any of this. She's not really making any plays. Again, recalling, going back to lane just to farm again. She is, right now, not doing anything. She's not looking for a trade. She's not looking for an outplay. She's not looking for a roam or to get something done. She's just looking to chill in the lane phase and make sure that she is not the losing factor. By going 0-1 and then like playing super safe, she doesn't want to lose this entire lane and then lose the game. That's the wrong mentality. It's the wrong mentality. By sitting and doing nothing in lane, she is giving me all the pressure I want to move. And that's why she has 0 KP, 0 kill participation, and I have 5. That's the difference. She's not doing anything. And this is something that I commonly saw in all my silver games. People are super passive. They're super passive. They don't want to, they have like the mentality of not wanting to lose instead of wanting to win. They don't want to lose LP so much that they're really focusing on not losing and they're not focusing on winning, which is very, very weird in my opinion. Instead, Irelia should be looking to fight me early on when she's strong and when I'm not like pre-6, she can easily fight me. And she should be focusing on those trades and finding her limits and looking what she can do in terms of mechanics and seeing maybe she can roam. She should be actively trying to make plays while I'm also doing the same. But she's not. She's playing way too passive and that makes sure that I win the game. So don't play too passive, guys. Try to play your own game and try to focus on being active on the map. So that's the fourth concept, or the third concept of playing too passive. And now we're going to go to the fourth concept, one of the last concepts. So let me go to, when do I go to the side lane? I think it might be here. So it's a little bit later, I guess. Yeah, okay, it's around here. Yeah, okay. So right now, the mid game has started. And you know why the mid game has started? My bot lane is mid lane right now. So I cannot go mid lane or I will soak all the gold and XP with my teammates. So I need to go to the side lane. Tamkans is already hovering topside, so I'm just going to go bot. But typically, you want to be in the side lane that is closest to the next spawning objective or to the objective that has already spawned. So if Dragon was right now up, or it would spawn in like 2 minutes, I would like to be bot lane right now. Because then I can easily move because I don't have teleport. However, if a Herald was about to spawn, for example, right now, let's say we're like 60 minutes in the game or something, whatever, like whenever this is going to spawn here, then I would go top lane and not bot lane. But in this case, there's nothing spawning here right now, or like not in a short amount of time. Tamkans is already top, so I can just go bot lane. Why do we go bot lane? Again, for the solo gold and solo XP. I'm going to explain side laning and what you should be doing in these silver games. I'm going to be explaining what I did in these games to carry as well. It's very, very simple. We side lane to get solo gold and solo XP, but typically I see silver players either not doing it at all. They're just perma mid lane and perma grouping, so they're not getting any solo gold and solo XP. So then if you lose the fight in the mid lane and you've permanently with your team been soaking gold and XP from the minions, you will be useless afterwards. You will be like underleveled, you will have 0 gold, and you will not have items. So we have to go to the side lane. But you also need to understand that you can't overdo side laning. You can't constantly be here because we're playing in silver, we're playing in the lower elos. So people will not just fight when there's a Baron up or when there's a Dragon up. People will fight for no reason. They will just randomly fight. There's like 100 fights in silver elo games. So then your job is to be, especially if you're fed, if you're strong, your job is to be in as many fights as possible. But what do I mean with as many as possible? Does that mean if there's 100 fights, you should be in 100 fights? No. You need to be in all the fights where you think you can be of value, where you think you can be the deciding factor. So, for example, if I'm this fat right now, I have like 2 items and Irelia only has 1. So, I'm super strong. But if I wouldn't have Flash, Ignite, and Ultimate, I would probably just not go in the fight. I would wait, I would side lane, I would take gold, maybe hit the third, until I have my Ultimate and maybe a Flash. Now, Akali has many dashes in her kit, so she doesn't need the flash. So on Akali, you can just wait until you have ultimate, and once you have ultimate, if then something happens in the mid lane, you can just walk there and win the fight if you're this strong. But even if you're this strong and you don't have ultimate, I wouldn't join this fight here. It's super risky. That's how you throw games. You still need to fight when you're strong. And even if you're just like fed, that doesn't mean that you're always strong. If you don't have ultimate, even if you're this strong, like this fed, if you don't have ultimate, you're relatively weak. If you have your ultimate, you become strong again. So you need to play around the things that make you strong, if that makes sense. So with that being said, look, we're going to the side lane. Irelia again is not wanting to walk up. She's hugging the turret. She's playing way too passive. So look, I cannot do anything here. If I go to the turret, Irelia has full HP. She can just fight me. I can't take the turret. That's not an option. So I'm going to see if I can do something here. I'm going to see if I can go into the jungle, maybe clear some vision. That's the first ward. Maybe pick somebody off, maybe transition into going mid lane, things like that. So here I clear another ward, so we cleared 2 wards already. We cleared 3 wards right now, so we cleared all the enemy vision in this jungle, basically. We cleared 3 wards. So there was nothing I could do here, so now we did this. Now I have options. I see that Irelia is going to push here, So now I can say I either want to react or I want to go here. Well, I was trying to get something done here because I thought maybe we can dive them. But it depends on what my bot lane wants to do. So I was waiting for my bot lane to see what happens here. So what I just did is just taking this camp in anticipation of maybe forcing something here. That's why I don't go bot lane. I am super strong. I have ultimate. I can kill everybody. So I'm looking to force things here, force the fights here with my teammates to win this game as fast as possible. And while looking for this, I was just taking the camp in anticipation of just possibly fighting here. But then it doesn't happen. My bot lane looks to back off. So it's fine. And we just go bot lane. Kha'Zix is coming as well, our jungler. And then ultimately, we finally kill Irelia once more. And now she's 0-4. So what do we do then? Now nobody's here. Nobody's here with me. So now I can take the turret. So do I have to roam right now? No, I wouldn't roam right now. I'm not going to go to this. Like, I'm not going to walk here. Why not? Well, I don't have ultimate. That's one. And I can take something in lane already. So I don't have ultimate, so I don't really want to fight right now because I could be a lot stronger with ultimate. And I can do something here. Irelia is not here, so I can just take this turret. So I'm not going to force a fight if I don't have to. So there we go. We just take the turret. And while we're farming, our ultimate is coming up again. So we recall, and boom, our ultimate is up again. So now I can fight again. Alright. So dragon is spawning here, so we're going to see if we can maybe pick off Irelia and then go to dragon. Luckily, she's already dead. Like, my teammates are already here. So then now we can do whatever we want. Then here on this wave, I decide to not take these minions and not push it out. And the reason for that is, again, ultimate, flash, ignite, and my items. I am super strong right now, and I have everything that makes me strong, like my ultimate and my flash and my ignite. So right now, do I just want to sit in the side lane and do nothing? No. I see bot lane, the enemy bot lane here is walking up. So I'm just gonna go there and see what I can do. Why? Because I'm super strong. We side lane typically. We go to the side lane to get solo gold, solo XP, so we can get a lot of items and become strong. I am already strong. So if I have my ultimate and I have everything I need to carry, I can just see what I can do here and then win the game like that. So here, we kill Senna because we're just super fed. Olaf is pushing on the map, so I look to go top lane here and catch the wave. That's basically what we're doing. We didn't shove out the wave because, and you know, in silver, people are going to overextend. There's going to be a lot of fights. So if you're super strong, you don't have to side lane. You can just move. Here again, I'm not going to shove this wave out because I have ultimate up and still have flash ignite. And again, I see a fight in the mid lane. The enemy bot lane they are daring to walk up. So right now, rather than shoving out this wave, knowing I'm so strong, I'm going to move here and try to accelerate the game. Unfortunately, they back off, but hey, I see, what can I do? Like, I'm still strong. I still want to force something here. Like, at some point, they're going to have to walk here. So I see, okay, I can't take this camp while I'm waiting here. I see enemies walk up on the map. So I'm going to sit here a little bit longer and see what I can do. Now, I missed my E on the Nidalee, but we kill her. We go mid lane, they walked up. And we kill them. And then Vayne here, we're also going to kill her. Again, we killed 3 people in the enemy team, and now we can do whatever we want. So again, this is the concept of side laning. You need to go side lane, and you need to go solo. You need to get solo gold and solo XP. It's not like I'm not farming. I am farming, right? I have 193 CS at 24 minutes. It's not 10 CS per minute, but it's decent. So I am farming enough to the point where I am still level 15 right now, which is very high at 24 minutes in the game. But I'm also not overdoing it to the point where I'm not really in fights. I know when to cancel the fights. When I'm strong, I know I can fight. And that's the concept of knowing when to side lane and knowing when not to side lane. And that's something I see that in silver, it's one of the main things that people fail at. And then that's going to be it. Then those are the things that I wanted to say that I think is a big issue in silver. Those concepts. So we talked about the lane phase. Knowing how to dominate lane phase by using the 3 trading fundamentals. Now, do you still know them? The 3 trading fundamentals were 1, playing around level power spikes, playing around enemy ability cooldowns, and playing around minions HP. That was the first concept of dominating the lane. Then once you have a lead, we go to the second concept, snowballing. How to snowball? Very simple. We shift our focus from the lane towards the game. How can we impact the map? This game, it was mainly through roaming. And then 3, make sure that you don't play like Irelia. Make sure that you don't play too passive. Be okay with making shot calls, with making Baron calls, with doing a trade, even if you don't know if you're going to win or not. By doing those things, you're going to know if you can do them or not in the future as well. You're going to learn if you do them. If you never do them, like Irelia this game. Look. 0-6-0, 0 KP, and we're sitting at 15 KP. What do you think Irelia learned this game? Obviously, it's not nice for her to play against a GM player. Right? It's not nice, but I make this video so I can help more than just one player. I can help, like, I put one player here, or like maybe 5 players at a disadvantage, but hopefully with this video I can reach a lot more than 5 people. Now, the thing is, she was unlucky to play against us, but you could say, okay, she would probably lose anyway, whatever she does, but because she's playing against us. But it doesn't really matter, because she could have played in a way where she would have learned something from it. Now, what do you think she learned from it? I don't think she learned anything. She just farmed. She didn't do anything this game. So she didn't really learn anything. You need to learn from your losses by not playing too passive. That's a very important one. So that's concept number 3. The concept, the side laning was also very important. That was concept number 4. Knowing when to side lane, knowing when not to do it. And that was basically the last concept that I wanted to talk about. So these are the things that I see in Silver. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you learned something from this video. And I'll see you in the next video, hopefully.